My bike carries shells, Camino shells from the Camino de Santiago. This is Gavin, who's going to do a Camino de Santiago next week.
Hey, I'm sure he is today.
Now, I've come to this cemetery because of a particular lovely story from the 18th century here in Lurgan. Can you point out the grave and tell me the story?
The famous grave of Margie McCall, the lady that lived once and was buried twice.
Mm.
The story goes that she got stuck down with a fever.
Yep.
And basically died, and when the doctor examined her, there was no pulse.
So she goes to a fever, no pulse. What are we thinking? Into a coma?
Into a coma, yeah, and basically she's dead, according to the doctors and everyone else.
Yep.
So she's placed in the coffin,
Yep.
and in the coffin she has on her this rich, beautiful ring.
Ooh.
And apparently it's spotted that she's had this ring on her finger.
Mm.
So she's put in the coffin and basically buried here.
Right here. This is where Marjorie McCall is buried.
Yep.
And that night, something happens.
Yes, that night a gentleman who had seen her in the coffin with the ring got his friends to
These are
come along.
grave robbers.
Exactly. So he came along to basically dig her up and take the ring off her finger.
Okay, give us your hand. Let's get the ring off. We can't get the ring off the hand, so.
They can't get the ring off, so basically they try to cut the ring off her finger.
Yep.
So they're cutting away and the blood starts flowing.
Blood everywhere. It's a right old mess. And Marjorie
Wakes up.
Ah! What are you doing to my finger? Well, you can imagine how the grave robbers reacted. They jumped up and ran off and yelled.
Yeah.
What did Marjorie do?
Well, Margie gets out of the coffin with her death gown on.
Yep.
Walks back to the house and knocks the door. And apparently her husband says, if I wasn't wrong, I would swear that was your mother's knock.
If I'm not mistaken, that would be Marjorie's knock. And there she's standing at the door. Not only did he fall over in shock and amazement, his hair went completely white overnight. And she lived to a ripe old age. Even had another child, didn't she?
Hardly so, yes.
So Marjorie McCall, when she did die the second time, they made doubly certain she was definitely 100% dead. Marjorie McCall lived once, died twice, buried here in the cemetery in Lurgan. Brilliant.